Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Cat's Cottage. I've got my coffee going. I know maybe y'all can hear the coffee pot. I'm gonna wash the dishes while I'm standing here waiting on my coffee pot. Uh, I hope everybody has been doing well. Um, I think Saturday I had made a coffee video and um, I was messing with my phone and got it to clear out of old, videos and stuff. And I didn't realize that YouTube hadn't loaded that down yet, and it's been hours. So I lost that one, and oh goodness, I just let it go. And then I made the one of cooking the soup. So I don't want to mess this one up. Okay, I'm gonna leave that water there, and might come back to it. Okay. Now it sounds like I can get me a cup of coffee. Sometimes I don't even wait, but since I have dirty dishes here, um, I'm gonna go ahead and get my coffee. There we go. And I'm gonna take y'all in here into the other room. Here we go. Okay, I got everything going in here. I'll tilt it up a minute. Y'all can see I got everything rocking and rolling over here. Now, I'm gonna sit down. Whoop, let me turn on this TV. There we go. We still got snow on the ground. It's not coming down. We just got snow sitting on the ground and the roofs. It's kind of strange. Yesterday we had sunshine and it didn't even melt any of it. It must just be like crusty ice or something. Kind of strange. Usually it melts off right after. Um, I'm going to put this on my cover. I always put my cover on. The reason I do, well, your ceilings might soot up, but I got a fire alarm right above me over that way toward the window, and it will go off because it wants to say you got a fire going in here. And there we go. I'll get a picture going there. I'm gonna do something with my um, birthday, anniversary, Christmas, all that in one bouquet, two bouquets of flowers, but it's one bouquet left. And I'm gonna do something with that. I'll make a little short video and show you what I can do with those dry flowers. Just a little something. Oh, okay, that'll work right there. There. Now, I know we've all been watching that about California. Let me turn the volume down on that. Um, Awful. Awful. And I just found out by watching yesterday, they don't even own their water. They don't own their water. That a certain family owns the water. Now, very quickly, I would just move away from there. You know, move away, or get together and take it away from those people. How can they own water? Why are we buying water from a family? Not going to happen. I would move. If I was told in this neighborhood that I'm living in and I'm paying Mr. Brown over there for every bit of water I use, I would just sell my house and leave. You know, I'm curious. I'm gonna skip that. Maybe some of you might know. Some of you might know, but I was under the impression that the UK, they have these collection. And just tell me if I'd like somebody to say if I'm wrong. They have a system on each house where the water is collected and it goes down into the system. Uh, and then, of course, they pay for water that they use, but they can't get the water off of their house. It hits the roof and goes down. In other words, like I have rain barrels outside collecting my water when it rains, and I reuse that water. That um, their water is collected and put into the back into the system. And I think they can keep their water off of sheds and little sheds that they put up. If they put rain barrels and all, they can keep that water. But I think I'm going to sneeze again. Y'all excuse me. I turned on that heater. It must be blowing dust. I'm real sensitive to dust. But well, anyway, somebody that maybe lives there, let me know if that's right or wrong about your water. That the water is collected off y'all's roofs and then sold back to you. In other words, you pay for water and all the water is collected off the roofs. Um, I don't know. I don't know. That might be good that the city is collecting all the water, but uh, I don't know. I think that maybe that I don't know exactly how I feel about that, but I was surprised. And then to find out that California, and it's just California that I'm aware of, uh, some family owns the water, not the ocean, but the water. And then it was something that was funny. That's not the way we do in the South here. If we put our trash, of course, in tubs, and they roll out to the street, and and the garbage man comes, and we pay the fee to have it picked up. Well, if you've got some that's larger and you can't get it in the tubs, um, you sit it on the side, the end of your. Actually, we don't own that space really. We're obligated to take care of it from the street up. Uh, I forget how many yards it is or feet, but it's an area where a sidewalk would be, or the public can walk. We don't own that. We're not supposed to have had on that, but uh, we have to keep it nice, and that's a problem too. Some neighbors think that they're not supposed to keep their gutters cleaned out or keep the edging on their grass against the street because that's not theirs. But that's not true. You're supposed to keep that up there. But anyway, I've done lost where I'm going with this. Oh, anything you wanted to throw away, um, say like I wanted to throw my washer or dryer away, I could go sit it out there, and then a special truck, of course, would see it and pick it up. But now they make you go to the city hall and you pay a fee. You know, it's another tax. You pay a fee to about $25 a machine, as I recall. I've paid that before, but I don't know if it's gone up. But um, and you have them, pick it up. And the doors on the refrigerator have to be taken off. You have to take those off. You can't leave them on the refrigerator. And anyway, what I found interesting, and I've watched everything I can about California because it just breaks my heart to see that stuff. Well, they were refusing, making them put them back, make them arrest them or whatever they were doing, people that would go and pick up these washers and dryers from these burned houses. Now, they're not houses anymore. They're just a pile of dust, a pile of crumpled up burnt bricks, and there's not even wood there. All that's burned. You might find some metal, but there's washing machines and dryers all over the place, and they kind of moved around because of the, everything knocking them around. Anyway, get to my story. Somebody was picking them up for the metal, or to, you can sandblast stuff and remake it. You can clean off metal, recycle metal stuff by sandblasting it. And I've had some things, sandblasted before that I picked up. But anyway, they wouldn't let these people pick them up. They were going to pick up it, and they were going to recycle them. And it's like an isolated area that just burned out. There was no coming back to anything. You'd be lucky if you could identify where your house was. And they were making these people get out and put that back because you can't have it. And the reason you can't have it is because it might have some kind of chemical on it. It's crazy. In the South, we let people recycle stuff. They want to recycle it. They want to sandblast it, sand it, whatever, respray it, and make new. Or take the metal. Now, I have a metal man that comes. He picks up metal. And I will collect my metal if I have it in a pile somewhere in my yard, and then I'll take it, out of sight, and then I'll take it out there in one pile, or I'll stack it on top of my dumpster tub, and hopefully he'll see it. But I usually put it on that side of the yard in a little stack, and he picks it up, and he makes money from the metal. And it won't go to the dump. It'll go into the crusher. But anyway, and they may have been going to take it to the crusher. I don't know. I don't know if they were running them off so all the metal could be salvaged, and the city would take it to the crusher themselves. I don't know. But I thought that was pretty stupid. Let those people, let them have it. Let them have that. Let them take it and do what they can to make money or convenience for themselves. I found that foolish, a waste of time. You got other things to worry about. Anyway, I'll get off that subject. What I thought was odd, they're right there against the ocean. Okay, why can't you use ocean water to put out a fire? They're like, oh, well, we can't do that. That's got salt in it, and it'll kill the trees and grass. That'll damage our engines. Well, that's not true. You can flush all that off. As a matter of fact, salt might clean some of that stuff. You can get all that off, flush it off with soap and water, flush the engine through, or whatever pump you have. Just as long as it puts out the fire. Right now, you just have an ash. You have ash and metal. That's what you have piled up. There's no trees. These trees are little funky palm trees are burned. But I guess I'm on fussing. I'm fussing here. I think common sense goes right out the, as they say, right out the window. You know, if you don't like the salt water on it, you can always flush it off. You can flush it off the land. You can flush it off the trees. Um, oh boy, um, I don't understand. Why couldn't they have some kind of pump there, right there at the ocean? A pump, maybe a big pump that they could bring out and on wheels, attached to the fire truck and bring it out and pump and attach hoses. Oh well, the hoses, that damages the hoses. See, that salt water damage hoses. We can't do that. It'll make those little connections corrode. 16 people so far have died that they've found. Um, it's a disaster that was preventable. I just can't believe it. I can't believe that happened. Um, and all they're talking about now is how can they get money? How can they get money? You know, let Kamala go down there and tell them they can have $750 each. He'll do that like he did in North Carolina. We'll tell them you can have, if you qualify, if you can apply. I know you don't have any computer left. I know you don't have um, any place. You don't have a home. You don't have a place you can locate anybody. You don't even have a mailbox to send your money to. Um, if you qualify, they're just it's unbelievable. And I feel sorry for uh, rich and poor for losing your home. We all have things that happen to us, and we're dealing with stuff lots of times, and then this comes. And yesterday, I got up really early, I guess around 2, and I flipped that TV on in there, and it had warning, tsunami warning, California. And I thought, oh my gosh, what in the world? What's happening? Never found one thing about it. One thing. Wasn't one thing about any tsunami after that. Didn't say it was a false notice, didn't say anything. It's just crazy, crazy town. And hey, if you're crazy town, don't come down here to the South because you won't like us. You won't like us. Yeah, we turn on water, we run water as we please because we pay for it. We pay for water coming in and we pay for sewer going out. So we pay for our water we use. But it don't belong to a family. Well, okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop fussing. But that's just uh and they want to know how to solve it. Fire people. Start firing people over this. Get rid of them. They got a job because of their position of being gay. I never ever thought I'd live long enough to see that everything was influenced by what kind of sex you had, you know? Um, that should be private. That's in your own home, your own private space. We don't want to hear about it. We don't want to know about it. I don't even want to know about any kind of sex. And I don't want to, oh yeah, you do that kind of sex? Okay, yeah, you're hired. Yeah, here's your whole bunch of money. I'm sorry if we look down on you. It's crazy. Um, Here I am again. I'm going off on it again. Um, I think when I went to California a couple of times, I thought it was a beautiful state, but I didn't know that the people there were so backward. Y'all people are backward. Y'all call us, and some of you are listening. I'm sorry. Y'all folks are backwards, and you're calling us ignorant, fat, and lazy. Maybe so, but we're not backwards. Anyway, I'll quit talking about all that. I just get madder and madder when I think about it. Um, they're looking around. It's hilarious. It's hilarious watching them trying to defend each other, or as the news says, they're eating each other. If you were honest, there's an answer to it. If you make yourself honest and you tell the truth and you try to do your job the best your ability, and then if you're in over your head, get out. Go to another job. Don't just hope that nothing bad will happen and you make it through to keep the money. That's what's happening here. Somebody, fire those folks. Y'all get together, make a petition. I don't know. Where's the signs and the standing outside of the community center or the courthouse or whatever it is, wherever y'all, or is that burned down? I don't know. I do know this. I made a lot of friends across the southern states when I was a runner. I made a lot of friends and well, I'll say acquaintances, and if I saw them or heard from them today, they would be extremely friendly. But I done forgot what I was where this was heading. Oh well. Um, I guess I was going to talk something else about that fire. But I always looked at it. You had to be educated or something, or you had experience from years of doing something. And how do you get twisted in the mind? I don't know. Something happens. Something happens where you're mental. You're mentally ill. And more than that, more than I think that you're mental. Well, I think that, but I think you get possessed, and you start doing things that you normally wasn't raised that way, and you normally wouldn't do. Uh, and you do it so much that it becomes uh, dull to you, and you think it's okay. Anything's okay to you. That's. I think that's it. Anything is okay, but and I'm not without sin. You know, I'm certainly not. But I've asked to be forgiven, and when you've been forgiven, you no longer just dwell on it, or you don't do it anymore. Just don't do that anymore. That's how you get rid of it. Don't ask for forgiveness and don't do it anymore, and get it behind you. You know, that's how you get rid of that. Um, I never thought I'd live long enough for people to be labeled by what kind of sex they had. Never thought it. Never come to mind. Now, when I was a child, I always thought about the few things of the future, but I didn't know anything about sex. You know, I figured we'd have flying cars and clothes that we didn't have to wash, and they were just made of something where we, you know, just put them somewhere and they instantly became clean or something. I thought of that, and the little phone that would be in the box, your hand or your watch. I thought of all that when I was a kid. I thought that might be. So these things that are new that they're inventing don't really surprise me. Uh, but being labeled as to what kind of sex you had, I didn't think of that because I was a kid. Of course, now aren't we trying to teach our kids about sex? Aren't not we, not me, not you, but aren't we trying to educate kids about sex? Or oh, you don't think you don't like the little girls in your class? You don't you can't get along? Well, maybe you should be a little boy. Then oh, you like to play? You're a tomboy and you like to play with the boys? Okay, well, let's make you a little boy. You don't have to be a girl anymore. Hmm? Um, put all that behind you. Get rid of that. Get rid of all that thought. Um, you know, ask the Lord to help you put that out of your mind and forgive you. It'll go away. All that'll go away. Um, and don't do it anymore. I'm letting my coffee get cold while I'm talking crazy. See, that's why I don't mind if a film messes up, because I talk crazy. I talk I talk crazy, so I don't mind if this video explodes. That's why my husband sleeps late. He knows I'm in the morning, and he don't want to hear all that crazy talk. That's what he's doing, and I don't blame him. I wish I could turn my ears off too. Uh, anyway, uh, I think I'm gonna make a little video later about something I'm gonna do with my flowers. You know, I have all this stuff that's put in at the end of the year. My birthday, my anniversary, my birthday. What else is there? Christmas, New Year's. Um, anyway, I have a bouquet of flowers that are, starting to shut down. And I'm going to take the flowers that I can of the dry and I'm going to do something with them. So I'm gonna show y'all that. It's not anything permanent. It's just a hoodoo, you know. And when it gets, and then I'll chunk it into the compost when I'm tired of looking at it. So anyway, I might make a video later doing that. I know y'all are tired of watching me cook soup, so. Um, but anyhow, I've been talking. Ooh, I've been talking. We're coming up to 29 minutes here. Well, let's see. I can make it even 30. No, wait, that's not 29. That's 28. 28. Everything on there is that big, so tiny, and they just know we can see it. But anyhow, I guess I'll finish drinking my coffee here this morning. Warm it back up. Drink my coffee, and I don't know. Sit here, I guess, for a little while. Um, I don't know. Figure out what I'm gonna put out for supper later. See what I can whip up. But it's been great talking to y'all, and I hope I haven't talked too much here and run y'all crazy. Of course, wouldn't it be a stupid video for me to sit here and just good morning? But no, I've rattled on, and that's enough. This rattly neighbor is going to go next door now. She's going to go back home and leave you alone and let your ears rest. So, but what I'm looking at, y'all know I'm looking at the time ticking on this clock right there. It's on my screen, and we're counting down. And y'all have a great day, really great day. Enjoy your hot coffee or tea, whatever it is you drink. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye bye.